Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. Last time, we made our way to the Raktika Greatwood and found the last scion. Ishtola has basically been here in a commune of darkness worshippers. Did not call that. Also, she's gotten super edgy, or at least her outfit has. So we are here, once again, trying to find another Light Warden. Although Ishtola did mention one thing that has me potentially concerned, and that is she didn't recognize us. The light in our ether is so blinding, she didn't recognize us at all. Oh, and of course Emmett Selk is, tagging along and providing his usual comic relief. Anyway, first things up is an Aether Current quest. What we do for family. You're that guest Master Matoya was telling us about. Please, you have to help me. I searched high and low, but I can't find my friend Khan's anywhere. I fear he's sort of to Fort Gone again. It's where we grew up, but it was abandoned years ago after the Sin Eaters attacked. The place is teeming with all manner of beasts now, and Master Matoya has expressly forbidden anyone from setting foot there. Except when we ambushed you. That was fun. I don't know what's gotten into him lately, but we have to find him before he gets hurt. If you should find him first, you'll want to tell him our password. Tuktu. He's the skittish sort, so don't delay in telling him so he'll know you mean no harm. Took two, eh? Alright. Of course, that means I have to find the guy first. Bonus for an excuse to actually leave the settlement and go way off course all the way to the north, just so I could pick up another ether current. I mean, hey, it was here, I might as well get them. I gotta find all four of these things anyway. And the next one is on the eastern side of the map that I don't have access to yet. Joy. Oh, there he was. I saw him. I found you. You're injured and hiding in a tree grove. Here, have a tuk too. You're from Citabo. Vauthry must have sent you then. I was fine until that damned beetle. It's only a scratch, but I'm starting to feel numb. My vision's growing clouded. Is this what taking drugs is like? Worst of all, I dropped my only vial of serum somewhere in those damned woods. Could you find it for me? Sure, I suppose. It's halfway between here and Slittenbow Joy. Tucked between the rocks. Perfect. Back to him, and we'll turn the sucker in and get our first Ether Current quest done. Oh, hello. You weren't here the first time. There you are. Did you find it? Yeah, here. That's what you get for wandering around poisonous areas. You gotta keep these things seriously close at hand. And preferably multiples in case you get stung multiple times. Thank you. I should be fine now after a bit of rest. What were you thinking coming back here? You could have been killed. I had to Vauthry for my father. Yeah, you two work this out on your own time. I got a main story to get back to. That's the one downside with the Aether Current quests in this expansion. They all seem to kick off these interesting storylines, but there's no payoff beyond the first quest. Anyway, Runar here's got our next main story quest. Lost, but not forgotten. Done tended to the crops already? Wasn't that hard, other than the leaky jug. Seriously, Benphilly, you couldn't find one that didn't have a big hole in the bottom? Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runar? Oh no. In the woods. Sin Eaters. I fear they may have the touch. Oh shit. Where? In the grove to the southwest. For a mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Citabo. Sounds like a job for the Warrior of Darkness. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they have moved on. But sir, what of Toddy's hearthstone? It must be retrieved before the service. Hearthstone? Of all the times for the Sin Eaters to appear. Are you just going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beast down. But if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own.
What was that you said about a stone, though? A few days passed. Todia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her hearthstone. All of the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the hearthstone of the deceased at their funeral as an offering to the heavens. But now...
Come on, seriously, just let me after these things. I don't care if they have to touch or not. Stan Bush ain't got nothing on the rock I can drop.
What if I could find it for you? I have experience fighting Sin Eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like it does others.
Master Matoya called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descended from the Oracle?
Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the blessed.
Yeah, but she's gonna do it anyway, so am I.
I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please, let me do this.
Alright. Dang it. You're too damn cute to say no to. Very well. But if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service.
I didn't even go to my Thancred. What if he returns before I do?
Then I'll do it. Don't worry, I'll come with you. Thancred does not need to know. No, I'm going with you. That way, even if he does come back, he can't be that cross.
Thank you. With you at my side, I'm certain we can deal with them in no time at all. Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both.
Don't worry, I'm one with the shadows. Or I would be if I was on my ninja. Thanks, Small Fry. Hey, that's a Dark Knight from that weapon. All right, let's see what we got. Sin Eaters, wherefore art thou, Sin Eaters? Minfilia, I don't see squat around here. You sure we got the right spot?
There! The Sin Eaters!
Eh? Oh, not one of you again.
The hell? There's multiples?
Oh, come on. Well, thankfully they seem smaller than the one that we had to fight earlier.
I was hoping there would only be one. Well, gotta split up. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first.
I mean, let's get to it then. Perhaps we should split them up. What do you propose we would do? Yeah, I want to see what do you think we should do. Give her a little independent thinking. Come on, Minfilia, show some initiative.
Fighting them together here would make a lot of noise, which might attract beasts of other eaters. But if we fought them separately and quietly, we might not have to worry about that.
I like that strategy. Good thinking.
Alright then, I'll draw one away while you handle the other.
And this way the devs don't have to code an NPC fight. Fine. It's just one mini boss that was level 71, right? I can't imagine they're gonna give me a full one of these. Oh, we'll see. How tough are you? And you should be attacking me, to be honest. There you go. Keep off my chocobo. Oh god, it has pillory. But it does nothing. Well, you are a far cry weaker than the last one of you I had to fight. There. Now, to go check on Minfilia. Hopefully she did just as well with hers as I did with mine. Well, that's a dead eater. But where's Minfilia? Oh shit.
Dekumon! There you are. It's done. Though, I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. Oh dear, nope. You're gonna have to carry me the whole way back. I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that hearthstone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over here in the bush.
Jade. On a forest floor. In this giant search radius. Oh, criminy. Well, this is gonna take a while. Oh, please let this be the right spot. Don't be a fake. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There seems to be no trace of Hearthstone. Son of a... There are fake search spots too. That's just, oh, god dang it. Bad enough that this search radius is huge. You had to have fakes too. You rats. Oh, please let this be the right one. Oh, this search is taking significantly longer than the others. You brush away the leaves and uncover a brilliant green gem. Conveniently right by where the other quest finished out. All right, Minfilia, you can stop looking, I found it.
Did you have any luck?
Yep, this better be it.
It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Vauthry always said you were a man of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. You do everything everyone ever tells you to do. I mean, I could probably tell you to do a handstand right here, and oh, there you go. I have so much to learn if I'm to be even half the hero you are. The hero she was. Ah, I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherbow. Rudy and the others are probably worried.
Yeah, they probably think we're Eater Chow at this point. Let's go surprise them. Well, Runar, I hope this is the right stone, otherwise there's gonna be a lot of awkward questions to be answered.
Thank goodness you are safe. I'd begun to fear the worst.
Here, 1 hearthstone, as requested.
By all that is dark, you found it! We can proceed with our service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits onto the sunless sea in the hereafter. Even should we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark.
I like the theory behind it, at least. Oh dear. Saying goodbye.
Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the blessed. I must insist you and your friends attend Tortia's service as honored guests. There is still much we must do to prepare, but please go and inform the others it will be held in the Darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings.
The Darker? Minfilia, did you catch all that?
Dekumon and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away. And we helped them recover a lost heirloom out in the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. There were Sin Eaters and...
As long as he accompanied you. But do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse.
Wait, how did you...
Let's just say a little birdie told me, and he's standing right next to me. And it's telling me now that Dekumon has business with us. He's also standing right next to me. Well, next to you, for that matter.
Oh, is something the matter?
Nah, we're just gonna go attend a funeral.
They asked us to attend the service? Of course we'll go. It's being held in the Darker, is it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise.
Yeah, where is the Darker anyway? I see. Just gotta follow the right path out of the city. Well, this place is definitely darker. I mean, we're dang deep underground here, so the light can't get to us directly. Oh, you're the one that didn't talk earlier, alright. The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points over at a nearby corner where you might place it. Candlelight vigil. Here we are. It's not like there's a shortage of candles around here. There we are. One more to add to the decorations, and now we just wait for the ceremony to begin. Oh, is my Chocobo invited? I'm gonna bet voice acted for this one.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
Of course. I mean, you're basically the leader of this. Of course you were going to show up as Stola. Or, I'm sorry, Matoya. Forgot we have to call you Matoya while we're in this region. Oh, God, I thought for half a second that was Emmett Selk. Oh. And there's the hearthstone.
Let us begin.
There we go. His voice is kind of mellow out. Man, I hope all those candles don't represent everyone they've lost. That would be...
I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menin. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers.
So that she reveal her true name in the funeral.
We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
Damn. Oh. Was not expecting it to
That vessel
glow.
represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
And the myriad other hearthstones that are waiting at the bottom of the basin.
Call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul unto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her unto paradise everlasting.
I kind of technically did. I mean, I got her back for the ritual. Oh, this is sad. Yeah, no speaking up. That would be awkward. Why did Minfilia's brow just furrow there? She's not angry. Oh, maybe determination. I'm betting determination there. Girl wants to make sure there's no more losses like this.
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks. The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
You know, I'm not the real Warrior of Darkness, right? I just play one in the first. I should have liked to met her. You know I don't deserve such reverence. Yeah. No. She sounds like a sweet person. Would have been nice to meet her.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing.
Yeah, we should get back on that.
Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars. We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will? Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
It's nothing to forgive, Minfilia. Not a thing.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact.
Oh? Did we have a breakthrough, Ishtola?
Urionje and I finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
Sweet. Of course, we still gotta figure out how to get past the Guardian tribe. Looks like everybody's ready to have ourselves a meeting, including my Chocobo, who is apparently making herself at home on the table. Seriously.
Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear.
Stirring up trouble. Well, that's what we're good at.
Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkan Empire, and was likely written under the direction of their reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. And you think this ancient petition will somehow help us get into Yxmacha?
Indeed we do. For etched into this tablet is a method by which one may prove themselves an ally of the Ronkan Empire. Ah, that's how we're gonna get past the tribe of Guardians. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruin's protectors to grant us safe passage.
The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkan text and translations into a more modern dialect, which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I am confident it will suit our purposes.
Let me guess, it's not in a really conducive place.
Where can we find this monument? Here in Sitia, quite close to Sutterberg, in fact. The good news ends there, however, for it is in the possession of a rather radical faction of dark worshippers, the Children of the Everlasting Dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment.
By infiltrate, you mean me having me slaughter them all, right?
I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I am afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me.
That's fine. And before you even ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible.
Aww! Alright, I'll stay here till you return.
We won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep us safe. If you can.
Then let us convene outside, to the west of Sutterberg where the path diverges.
Great. So there actually is a cult. I wonder if this is going to result in a duty calls.
The encampment we seek is to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. A guard has been posted to Cleric to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he is ought to share of their recent activity. But we must tread carefully. There is a chance we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert. I would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that in doing so they cleanse their victims of sin and usher them onto the sunless sea. I would rather not sully my hands defending myself against such madmen.
Fair enough. Just gotta find ourselves a watchman. I guess I could have gotten the ether current at this point in the quest line, so didn't have to come up here this early. Oh dear, that's purple smoke. I see our watchman's got himself a problem. Nope, ain't standing in no heart stopper. Oh, poor Chocobo dead. There we go. Alright, man. You're alright, you're alright. The crazy cultist is dead. Or at least sufficiently unconscious that he's not gonna be a problem anymore.
By the blessed dark. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. You are an acquaintance of Master Montoya, then? My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought to take a closer look. I was careless. Strange? What have you seen? At first, there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary. The usual gathering of ingredients for poisons from flora and fauna.
That's unusual, or that's normal?
But then I took a notice of their venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. It's as if they're preparing for something.
Oh dear.
Any ideas as to what? It could be anything, really. If it meant the end of the Blessed, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. But perhaps we can use their present preoccupation with spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nests where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of spiders. Set them loose on the nests, and we would have our opportunity to sneak into their encampment.
What a mischievous plan!
I like it.
With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives.
Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have some smoke bombs at the outpost just over there.
Well, then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. So I need to grab some smoke bombs, smoke out some beehives, chuck them into the spider nests, and infiltrate the encampment. And this is a wily plan. Also, I have to deal with the local yokels who are giving me a headache. Of course, you guys are not gonna make this easy on me. Ay. Alright. Now that I'm not being chased by flamingos, seriously? That's what was fighting me, is flamingos? Alright, I'm gonna go find us some beehives. There's one, finally. Seriously? Again with you? Knock it off. And here come the bees. You're probably the only thing that's actually gonna show up, because you're not going down super easy. Thank you for the adder sting. That it? Awesome. I'll take the beehive number 1. And now, rinse and repeat. There it is. Smoke bomb. Then bee. Oh, dose bees this time. Luckily for me, I have a Toxicon. Wow, these two did not have near the health the first one did. Let me just bag this sucker up, and we'll have us 2 bagged beehives. Now all I gotta do is get back to the crew. We probably haven't been doing much in, the time I was getting these.
The guard returned to Citadel, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, Thancred and I were successful in acquiring what we need. How did you fare?
Oh, you actually did get some. Good. That's what, 6 beehives total? Damn, it's gonna be a lot of angry bees.
This is more than enough. The children are certain to be displeased. Let us hurry before the bees begin to stir.
I'm pretty sure they're already stirring. You know, we did just bang their hives up. A beautiful plan indeed.
The children's settlement is to the west, a place they call Woven Oath. According to the guard, there is an airway apart from the entrance, which leads to the spider's nest. If the fates are kind, the way will be clear.
Yeah, but if the game developers have their way, there's gonna be at least one fight between me and there. Well, thankfully there wasn't any fights. Ah, that's the spot.
Up there is the airway. Do you see it?
Yep. Thancred, how's your pitching arm?
A bit far, perhaps, but we should be able to toss the bags through. Though we should probably loosen the ropes, keeping it closed, enough that it falls open when it lands inside. May I do the honors?
Oh, please. I just heard the whoop.
That should do it. Now we wait.
What is that? Bees! By the abyss, they're everywhere! Not the bees!
Help! Someone help! We have to save the spiders!
Oh, there's a line you never expected to speak.
It sounds like our plan is working. Still, it is quite likely not all were drawn away from their posts. If you should come to blows with the children, I'll see to it that any signs of struggle are concealed. Failing that, I'll create a distraction to buy Y'shtola more time. Should anyone get past me, it falls to you to guard her.
Like it's any different than normal.
Your concern is appreciated, but I sincerely doubt it will come to that. I could probably kick both your asses, you know.
Why do I get the feeling you enjoy the idea of my loafing about bored in the shadows?
Come now, Thancred. The shadows are a fitting place for a warrior of darkness. Now, if you both are ready...
Oof. I was getting a little too close to the Alice voice there. Alright. Where am I going from here? Oh, I see it. There is a small hole. That is not that one. Oh, I see it. It's all the way at the north. Yeah, this looks like the spot, and there is definitely a lot of people guarding this thing. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Don't mind me, I'll just pull the entire area. You guys will just give up chasing me eventually, I hope. Ooh, thank goodness I have a map. No, I don't care about you guys. I really don't. Really, really don't. Clearly you people are, you know, upset because I'm wandering through your area. Well, tough twiddles. I'm coming through. It ain't a damn thing you can do to stop me, Y'shtola. Uh-oh, no. Yep, son of a bitch. Fine. Fight it is. I suppose you could chip in a little later, Y'shtola. No? Well, thankfully it's just the one. There we go. Now we can have our conversation with Y'shtola.
The font of seeing suggests this is a chamber for prayer. At the very least, they would not place this near potential distractions from their worship. Perhaps the monument is further in.
Yep, that had to be that little side chamber there. Thankfully, no more enemies, I hope. Possibly, no, good, awesome. Well, hopefully that's the right monument. If not, this is gonna be awfully awkward.
Yes, this is it. I will be but a moment. Keep watch of the entryway. On second thought, would you mind examining the murals on these walls while I look over this? At a glance, I can tell they are old, predating the founding of the Blessed and the Children, in fact. We're not like to come here a second time. 'Twould behoove us to learn all that we can.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm not a trained scholar like you are. Oh, I see, we have to do the first person examine thing, right? Is that the plan? Yep, examine the murals and take note of what events they might depict. Alright, all three murals. Right off the bat, we have the Runken mural. The mural appears to be very old.
ruler sits atop a throne, attended by their subjects.
Okay. No, I want to... There we go. What about this one? The mural appears to be fairly old. A knight shields himself and their comrades from an encroaching darkness. The central figure is considerably faded. Oh, was that the original Warriors of Light? I think so. And this one, primitive mural. The mural appears to be ancient. A warrior in the middle stands triumphant over what appears to be a creature of shadow. Other figures surround the warrior, rejoicing in their victory. So, old Warriors of Darkness, Ronkin Empire, newer Warriors of Light, I suppose.
These paintings, they seem familiar. Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronka, and this.
Yeah, that one's you. Well, not that one, but the third one. I'm betting, yeah, that's your crew. Yep, he even recognizes it.
There was a man, a researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it, slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was, but he had a good heart.
Oh.
He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth and legends. A tribute to the heroes of a long-forgotten era.
Ah, so not Ardbert and his crew, but they're, precursors, effectively. And is this supposed to be the Cid of the First?
The story went that it was rediscovered by an explorer from Ronka, who was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day. One day you will all be here too, he said. Heroes immortalized forever. Maybe I'll paint you myself? I had a good laugh at that. We were only trying to make our way after all. Being heroes couldn't have been further from our minds. But it seems he actually went and did it.
Oh.
Before or after the flood, I wonder.
Oh, that actually is them. Well, go figure.
Rather faded, isn't it, compared to the others? Or did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses.
Oh, for crying out loud. It wasn't your fault! For the last time, Ardbert.
Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
Probably at some point. Not really something
There you
I'm
are.
concerned
I have
about.
everything I need. Let us quit this place.
Hey, Ether Eyes, did you happen to notice the ghost standing beside me? No? Huh.
Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.
Weird. I figured if anyone, she'd be able to see Ardbert at the very least. Or maybe Emmett Cell can see him. That'd be awkward. Huh, that was a fun little diversion. We got the info we need, Stola.
I believe I now have everything needed to finish deciphering the tablet. Tell me, Dekumon, did the murals appear to be of any significance?
Well, kind of.
Depiction of heroes from the Age of Gods, the Ronkan Empire, and immediately before the flood. Very astute observations. Perhaps in another lifetime you could be a curator of antiquities.
Like I need any more professions on this poor character.
Though it has no bearing on the task at hand, perhaps that knowledge may prove to be of use in the future.
Perhaps indeed. Anyway, we now have an unwanted proposal. Oh dear.
Let us hurry to Slitherbow. The others are waiting. After we've returned, the two of you should rest for a while. No doubt Runar will be eager to have you sample his cooking. As soon as I discover anything of import, you will be the first to know.
Oh dear. How bad of a cook is Runar? Alright, Runar. Apparently we're having some home cooking.
Dekumon, the guard told me you left with Master Matoya to Woven Oath. And no sooner do you return than she locks herself away in her chambers without so much as a word. She knows how I worry when she leaves without telling me. But she is safe, and that is all that matters. You must be hungry after such a journey. Why not have a seat there by the fire? The stew will be ready. Apparently we're having flying sheep. I just saw one go by. Just have to catch the damn thing first. And this is another Aether quest, which we'll get to once we finish this current quest. Not how I expected to be sitting by the fire. I'd rather be sitting on the log than, you know, cat crouching next to it. Some interesting noises from the forest.
Strange. The others on patrol should have returned by now. Our food will be overcooked if we wait any longer.
Oh, shoot.
We will just have to start without them. Would you call Master Matoya and the others?
Don't tell me. Yomoran soldiers again. Why not? They follow us to Ilmeg. Maybe they'll follow us here.
I tire of these games, Urianger. Why do you pretend you cannot see it?
What's going on in here?
The blessing may spare him the fate of becoming a Light Warden. But you cannot be blind to the nascent corruption. He is not as he was in the Source.
Oh, shit. They're talking about me.
Though I have no proof, I fear that the light which poured forth from the Wardens was not negated at all. I fear it was absorbed, that he has been suffused with their light.
He knows. Shit.
Though I have given thought to this possibility, I dare not speak until more is known.
By the time you deign to enlighten us, it may be too late, if it is not already. Urianger, I know full well, after all these years, that you have only the best of intentions. But that does not make it any easier to put my faith in a man so infatuated with secrecy.
Yeah, definitely.
I have had my suspicions ever since the Exarch bade you speak that day. But now I must ask. The 8th Umbral Calamity and all that followed. Everything you claim to have seen. Did you?
What? Are you saying Urianger lied?
Help! Someone help!
Oh, of course.
The Yomorans have come for us! We're under attack!
Oh, God damn it. I hate being right sometimes. Meanwhile, in Yulmore. Vauthry still laying on his lion. And there's the Exarch and the flippin' jesters. No Alpha now? Maybe he's still down below.
Lord Vauthry, how good it is to see you. How long has it been? Not since your inauguration, unless I'm mistaken. Too long, at any rate. May I say how humbled I am to be invited not only into your city, but your home. You are as generous as ever.
And I'm not just talking about the size of you.
And you as disingenuous. Let us dispense with the pleasantries. This merry band of dissidents people are calling warriors of darkness They have slain Sin-Eaters, and by all accounts, the Crystarium is complicit in their villainy.
Seriously? This guy is just straight up worshipping the Sin-Eaters at this point.
And now I hear reports of your people obstructing my soldiers. So I must ask, what exactly do you think you are doing?
Killing off the Light Wardens.
I might ask you the same thing. It should be clear, even to you, that defeating the Light Wardens represents the world's only hope of survival. Even now, the people of Lakeland and Ilmeg rejoice in the return of night. For 100 years, they yearned for a means to fight back against the Sin-Eaters, and at last they have found one. Yet you choose to stand idly by and do nothing. Why?
Idly by nothing, he's actively working against us.
Why? Because this hope you cling to is nothing more than a fever dream, an exercise in futility.
If it really was, then why would you care?
Even should you slay the Sin-Eaters, the world as we know it is beyond salvation. With what little land and resources remain, the people would be free only to starve. Before long, they would turn to violence, then to war, and ultimately usher themselves unto oblivion. They require a firm hand to shepherd them from the edge. The hand of a king. Nay, a god.
Oh, criminally. He's got a god complex. Of course he does.
I will see their dreams fulfilled, their wishes granted. I will give them peace, order, and they shall never want for bliss.
Yeah, right until he feeds them to the damn Sin-Eaters he's got laying behind him.
Men are fickle creatures who entertain vague ideals without the faintest notion what they cost. But a little fear can go a long way towards helping them realize what it is they truly need.
Starting to wonder if this guy's an Ascian.
Sanctuary. And they shall find none in this world save that which I afford them.
Sheesh. This guy is so full of himself. Maybe that's why he's so fat.
That is why the Sin-Eaters exist. To unite the world under my dominion.
What? This guy really thinks he's the king of the Sin-Eaters?
A paradise fit to grace the 8th Umbral era.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Uh-huh.
A minor epiphany, nothing more. You have always held sway over those around you. Those who defy you must submit or die. What sits before me is the inevitable result of bloated privilege and unchecked power. But man is more resilient than you think. His achievements are not the product of violence and bloodshed, but compassion and understanding. This calamity is but another crisis to be overcome. And we will, once we eliminate the Sin-Eaters.
You poor deluded fool. These people care not for the morrow. They care only for the now. And the contentment they lack. What good is a paradise to them if it is 1,000 years in the making? Or even 100?
Now you sound like the Fae, living only in the present, not giving a damn about the future.
You underestimate them, Lord Vauthry. They see further than you think. I have beheld it in the blood and sweat and tears of those who would sacrifice everything for a future they may never know, that their children may never know. I have beheld it in the hopes and dreams of those who came before, which we bequeath to those who come after, that they might in turn build upon the foundations laid by our forebears. These are the bonds which hold man and his world together, not your gilded chains, and I will resist your every effort to shackle him.
In summary, you will continue to support the villains hunting my Sin Eaters?
Your Sin Eaters.
With tremendous enthusiasm, for I have faith in the future they would build.
Why do I even bother? Fools, the lot of you! So naive! So painfully predictable!
Oh god, now what?
Did you imagine I did not know your mind? That I would wait until after this meeting to dispatch my forces? Even as we speak, they march to the Sin Eaters' defense. Insurrection will not be tolerated! The people of this world are mine to rule, mine to command!
The hell is that?
And you are no exception!
Holy cow. Illusion! Well played, Exarch.
Fine! I will not stand for this! Do you hear me?
Oh, does somebody need a diaper change? Well, that was moderately entertaining, watching the Exarch just kind of just destroy the poor fucking guy with word. Oh, fudge. Ranjit. Oh, this ought to end well.
You speak for the Knights Blessed?
I do. I presume that is your doing. If you have come to parley, I must insist that you first return him to us.
You're in no position to make demands. By Lord Vauthry's decree, Raktika now falls under the governance of Yulmore. You will henceforth answer to us.
Oh, just decides to declare this area his, huh?
Is that so? And the children of the Everlasting Dark have acquiesced to this madness?
We have reached an accord, yes. Too many times have the Knights Blessed shunned Yulmore's overtures of friendship. The risk that you harbor hostile intentions has grown too great to ignore.
Wow, doesn't this sound, let's say a little too close to modern parallels right now.
Therefore, his lordship has claimed dominion over this forest and bestowed executive authority upon the children of the Everlasting Dark.
In his wisdom, Lord Vauthry has agreed to recognize ours as the only permissible expression of dark worship. It's one true faith. You and your false creed are a blight on these woods. A foul, unholy corruption that must be cleansed.
Good old using religion. Gotta love it.
Little wonder the warrior of darkness visits both Lakeland and Ilmeg, yet shuns Raktika. Your perverted teachings hold blessed Shadow at bay.
You might want to be careful how you say that. I'm pretty sure Ranjit will, kick your head off your shoulders for that.
You have accepted the yoke of Yulmore to spite us, then? Fools. Darkness will never return to these skies while they hold sway.
Those of you minded to obey his lordship are to make for woven oath with all haste. We will leave you, that you may have time to prepare.
Woven oath? Are you suggesting we abandon our fate to join those zealots?
What has your faith afforded you thus far? Nothing! We will guide you along the righteous path.
And should we refuse?
Anyone found here upon our return will be considered a traitor to Yulmore and dealt with as such.
Oh dear. Well, this just took a turn for the worse.
We will discuss these developments after I have tended to our casualty.
Now what are we gonna do? Well, this is definitely not how I expected that to go. The god has been afflicted with the most terrible and efficacious poison. We have attempted all manner of healing incantations. Alas, his condition remains unchanged. At present, we can but slow the poison's advance. I pray it will afford us sufficient time to find a cure. A cure that can probably only be found in the Zealot's lair, right? Oh dear. Well, this should be fun. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this one. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more adventures in Novront, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.